Greetings, Groovers. How are you doing? Welcome to Full Record Jacket with Phil and Ben. And on this particular show, we're going Beatley. Are you ready to Beatle about, Ben?
Look, I've even got my T-shirt.
Yeah. Wow. I read somewhere that if you're talking about a band online, you shouldn't wear the same T-shirt of that band. You should wear another band's T-shirt.
Oh, should you?
But we're just going to let it be there.
This isn't actually the Beatles for anybody watching. It's actually Westlife, and they're sort of I'll tote it down. So how are you? We've been away for a couple of weeks, haven't we? Because I've been busy and life gets in the way as always.
Yeah.
But people don't need to know the timelines, do they? So
not really.
We can just flag it, can't we?
So
how you been?
Oh, I'm fine, absolutely fine. I mean, look, you wanted to talk about Beatles Anthology 4.
Yes, because everybody's talking about it, aren't they? Every musical nerd
yes.
out in the world.
This is you know what? I'm sometimes reluctant to jump on the hashtags and join in the same thing with everyone else. But I must admit, until yesterday, I knew very little about this. And then you said, "Oh, it's Anthology 4," and I thought, okay, let's have a look then. Let's see what it is. So the track list is now on everywhere, including Wikipedia, if you look it up.
Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, it's going to be released
November 21st.
Yeah, 21st of November. But it's going to be part. This is the. Well, we'll get to why there's a controversy. We'll get to that. Should we go through the track listing first?
We can go through the track listing because there's as much time gone from when the original anthology series came out as from the sort of Rubber Soul sessions to when the anthology came out.
Because that was 30 years, wasn't it? 65 to 95, let's say.
Yeah.
I
remember it coming out. My dad told me about it, and obviously you had the singles. There's all that thingy around the singles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because of the unreleased Lennon tracks and all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, let's go to the track listing then.
So this is really it's the whole career in one. I presume this is a double disc, is it? How many tracks are on this thing? Yeah, there's 2 discs. So
3 if you buy the vinyl.
So unlike the original, obviously the original ones had a specific time period for each double album. So this starts with "I Saw Her Standing There," take 2, originally a bootleg.
Yeah.
And then we've got another former bootleg. We've got a different take of "Money," undubbed apparently.
Undubbed.
I don't know what that means.
It's not N-dubs. We're all right.
I don't know if that means there's no piano. Maybe the piano got dubbed. I don't know. You then got we got something that was originally on the Free as a Bird CD single. I think I've got this. This Boy Takes 12 and 13.
CD single.
Yeah, This Boy Takes 12 and 13, which I think is the spoken intro to Take 12, but actually Take 13. Tell Me Why from the first album, composite of 2 takes. If I Fell, we're getting into Hard Day's Night now with this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Take 11, alternate take of Matchbox. Obviously, that's the Ringo number on there. Every Little Thing. That's a song that's been overlooked over the years, isn't it?
Yeah. I Need You, is it?
Yeah, that's obviously the George song on here. Take 1 of I Need You. I've Just Seen a Face, In My Life, and then so we're into a bit of Rubber Soul. Not a huge amount of Rubber Soul outtakes, just In My Life and Nowhere Man. Then Got to Get You Into My Life, the second version, the unnumbered mono mix, previously released on the Revolver Special Edition. So that's not new either.
Which I've got. I'm looking at that right now. Still in its cellophane because I've never opened it.
So then we've got George's Love You Too, Strawberry Fields Forever, Take 26. That's also been on the Sgt. Pepper 50th anniversary edition before, as is the instrumental She's Leaving Home. That was also been out before. Alternate composite of Baby You're a Rich Man, takes 11 and 12. Not sure whether that's 2 takes edited together or whether it's just one starts and stops and then carries on. All You Need Is Love, the BBC rehearsal for the broadcast. I've never heard that before. I don't know whether anyone has. The Fool on the Hill instrumental, I Am the Walrus, which is take 19, strings, brass, and clarinet overdub. So I suspect that's just going to be like an instrumental I Am the Walrus with the George Martin stuff. Disc 2 kicks off with an instrumental of Hey Bulldog. There's a lot of instrumentals on here, aren't there? Hey Bulldog. And you've got Good Night with a guitar part. That's already been on the White Album, Super Deluxe. Also, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, the third version. Jamming Around You're So Square, Baby, I Don't Care. Helter Skelter version 2. Loads of these have been already on the White Album special edition.
Yeah.
And the Let It Be special edition. 2 rehearsals of Julia. Get Back, Take 8. Octopus's Garden. I'm surprised at how many of these things have already been on the special editions of the later albums. But then maybe I'm not, because they pretty much scraped the barrel for those later albums, didn't they?
Yeah, they are. They are. Are they over milking the cow?
Well, when you look at this, we've got Get Back, Octopus's Garden rehearsal. That's already been on the Let It Be special edition. Don't Let Me Down, the first rooftop performance. That's been out before. You Never Give Me Your Money, take 36. Here Comes the Sun, alternate take. Something instrumental. That's already been on the Abbey Road Deluxe. And then you've got the Free as a Bird and Real Love remixed.
They've been demixed, haven't they? They've got a demixed John Lennon vocal on them.
That's what we got. So John Lennon's enhanced voice, basically, sounding more like it does on Now and Then, I guess.
Yeah, and it does include Now and Then as well, which is almost 2 years since that came out. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, well, as you say, is this milking it a bit too much? Well, given that a lot of those, most of Disc 2 Beatle fanatics who've got everything will already have that stuff anyway. I suppose it's okay for some outtakes for people who were happy enough with the anthology. What liked a few outtakes on the anthology, but didn't want to go all the way into the super deluxe editions of the albums. It's another little overview of some sprinkling of outtakes. But
the
thing is, do we listen to the outtakes that much?
The outtakes are the things that I've always said they're the bits that they obviously didn't deem good enough to. Unless you're an absolute completist, I don't know. I suppose you can sort of see where the germ of the idea came from and how they got to where they were, but is that really? I don't know. It's not really for me. I mean, I've got all the anthologies on CD and I've got 2 of them on vinyl. But when I hear the outtakes now, I'm like, yeah, I suppose it's a peek behind the curtain, isn't it?
For me, I think Anthology 2 was the most repeatable. Anthology 1 was kind of interesting to hear some of that very early stuff. That'll Be the Day demo. Yeah. But then you don't really want to play that stuff that often.
All the danger.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear that stuff, but you don't really play it very often, do you? But Anthology 2, which was mainly based on Revolver and Sgt. Pepper and Mystery Tour. There's some groovy alternate versions on there. You know, I like the alternate Day in the Life. I quite like the alternate Fool on the Hill. There's a few more. I find that more listenable than the other ones. And then when you got to Anthology 3, the White Album outtakes were okay. It's quite interesting to hear, you know, Paul doing Mother Nature's Son with just an acoustic guitar, no drums, no strings on it. That kind of thing. That's fine. I think I listened to the outtakes from the White Album more than most of the other albums. The stuff from Let It Be and Abbey Road, it's all right, but I don't really feel that Abbey Road. The thing is, Abbey Road is too kind of perfect, isn't it? So when you hear the outtakes, it's just you're just hearing.
You realise that it wasn't as perfect as, you know. But the total collection spans 191 tracks across the 4 volumes.
Right.
And in the deluxe editions, it will be 12 vinyl records.
Now, this is the other thing, that anyone who wants to buy this, because there are tracks on there that have never been officially released before.
Yeah.
So any completist who wants to buy this is now going to have to buy a box set with all the anthologies in it.
Yeah.
that you're not going to be able to buy Anthology 4 on its own.
Oh, can you not buy it singly?
Well, that's apparently not, because this is what people have been saying. This is why I'm saying it's very controversial, because what I've seen from the Beatles fanatics online, and what it says, according to Wikipedia, it says it's set to release on the 21st of November as part of the Anthology Collection box set.
No.
So you won't be able to just go and
buy...
buy Anthology 4 as a double album. You'll have to buy a box set with 3 double albums in it that you've already got. And guess what?
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
I bet it's over 200 quid.
I think it's over 300 quid.
Wowzers.
Um,
In the trousers. Over £300.
That's what people were saying that I saw.
But it does have sleeve notes by Kevin Howlett for Anthology 4, plus an introduction from archival interviews with Derek Taylor, and the packaging is honouring Klaus Vormann's trip-type artwork and restored photos, just in case you wanted to know. Over £300.
So I'm looking at
That's
one
crazy.
of these fan sites.
I mean, I have the Anthology book as well. I wonder if they're going to re-release that. That'd be... in fact, I think my Anthology book is down there next to my Rolling Stones book.
Yeah, there's a 25th anniversary edition of the Anthology book. That's coming out in October.
Oh, did that not come out to 2000 then, the book?
Apparently not. I never had the book.
I have the book. In fact, I think it's down there. Yeah, it is. I can see it. Do you want me to go grab it?
You go and grab it.
I'll go grab it. Excuse the as I move me down.
So viewer Ben is going to grab his Anthology book. That'd be interesting, because I don't know how I've never seen the Anthology book, but I haven't. I've seen the TV series. I've listened to all the CDs. Read all the sleeve notes for the CDs. Never looked at this book.
You've never seen the book?
No, honestly,
I've
haven't.
got the book. I don't know if you can see. I can't see you at the moment because for some reason my laptop screen is flashing at me. There we go. There we go. There's the book. I don't think it's a little bit because it's been in and out the loft and moved houses and stuff like that. But there's the book. I don't think I've really ever opened it, if I'm honest. But it is. Let's have a look. There's about 360 odd pages to it.
Go on then, let's have a look. How thick is that? Okay.
It's about as thick as, I don't know, 2 PE teachers. So, it was £35 when I bought it. I remember buying it. I was down was I in Torquay or somewhere like that when I bought it? Cornwall, I think. Got it from some shop, but as you can see, it's seen the ravages of time a little bit there. But yeah, I have it because I had the Anthology TV series on VHS because I didn't have a DVD player at the time when it came out. And I remember I must have watched it I remember watching it quite a few times, that Anthology series. I found it quite... The thing is, I remember watching it and thinking, how have they managed to get all this archive footage, from so long ago? And the fact that at the time I was watching it, that time from when that footage was made to being in the Anthology has passed for myself. Which is
30 years, basically.
Yeah. Which is crazy, really, when you think about it. But yeah, I remember buying the book, and I remember thinking, I am going to read this, and I don't think I've ever really read it because I didn't want to break the spine on it. So it's, but yeah, this is the first time some of these pages have seen daylight, I think.
So what does it do? Does it just complement the albums, or does it just like tell the whole story?
It tells the story by the looks of it. So it's
with lots of photos, I guess.
Lots of photos. There's some nice photos and that in there. Of holidays. And a lot of these photos, because there's Paul's dad in the kitchen at the bottom there. A lot of these photos didn't appear in the TV series. I do remember the TV series quite vividly. But yeah, it's George Harrison was handsome, man, wasn't he, when he was young? I mean, I know he became quite miserable as he got older, but
let's
yeah,
let's not do any cliches about George whatsoever.
no. So yeah, there's the book. I might have a flick through that later. That's the anthology book there. Yeah, over £300. That seems like a lot of money for.
That's
I
what
mean, I know
people are
it's
saying.
12 vinyl records, but
I don't know whether it's actually been put onto Amazon yet. I don't know. I can't see any. I'm just trying to look up and see whether there's any places that have actually got the.
I mean, I know I sort of think, oh, do all these special editions and that. Do you really need them? But then I have fallen into a trap myself because I do have obviously a lot of Oasis special editions and stuff. So yeah, I mean it'll be good because they've remastered the TV series as well, haven't they? And they've got an extra ninth episode that will be broadcast.
Yeah. So yes, according to Amazon, they've got it available to pre-order now. Vinyl, $341.99.
Whoa, hold on, Nelly.
CD,
What? Yeah,
CD,
£190.
£100 and 99p. £100 on a CD. So you'd still be paying more than 25 quid for each of those double CD
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now.
albums.
£100 and 99p.
And you're paying 25 quid for the CDs. You're paying for a box, an outer box, and then an inner box. And each CD is coming in a cardboard sleeve by the looks of it. It's not even in a case.
Hard case.
I've got mine in the good old hard cases. I
I'm
mean,
just
this
having
is.
a look at this now. Just to buy Anthology 2 on CD on Amazon is £21.70.
I mean, my view on this is this is going to be put on streaming as well, isn't it? So
Yeah, so you
if
might as well.
if I desperately want to hear "I Saw Her Standing There" take two,
Yeah. Or I'm the
then
Walrus take 84.
yeah, I mean, I can just go onto streaming and listen to it. And do I? I'm not. Why would I want to pay £100 for 6 CDs I've already got and two
Yeah,
new
yeah.
ones?
Is it a case of over milking the cat or over egging the cake, whatever it is? Because as much as I love the Beatles and I love, and like I said, I've bought a lot of their stuff. I've bought a lot of Oasis stuff. Is there only so many times you can reissue remasters and redo it? Is this going to be obviously because they're never going to release new music unless they find an album full of unreleased stuff? So within our lifetime, how many times will these things be regurgitated? Because obviously they're going to
Yeah,
regurgitate them in order to bring a new audience in. I think that's why a lot of it is done, isn't it? As well,
a
it's
lot
just
of it
why
is
you
being
get sort
done.
of
A lot of it's being done that way. I mean, with the Beatles and Apple, they've always been quite resistant to doing too many newfangled things, aren't they? So,
yeah.
for example, although they made that Beatles One compilation, remember that back in the 2000s?
Yeah, I can see it from here in the Love
Um,
album.
they did do the Love album, but for example, when they reissued the Red and Blue albums, they
I can
didn't
see
say,
that from here.
"Hey,
Yeah,
let's make a whole new compilation." It was, "We'll reissue the Red and Blue because they're
yeah,
established,"
yeah,
And the same with this
yeah.
anthology. The anthology's established, so the artwork is the same as it was before. It's still, still putting out the same thing. So they are a little bit conservative in that sense that they don't like to make too many changes. But there's been a lot of stuff for Beatles fans to buy over the years, hasn't there? But a lot of it is obviously outtakes. You're mainly getting outtakes with these super deluxe editions, and obviously the Giles Martin remixes. Is that a Pepper Man? What are they called? Meanie, Blue Meanie.
Blue Meanie. So I've got the
Um,
hymn there,
yeah.
and then on my turntable here, where is it? If I lift this up, I've got on my turntable here. I've got
Oh yeah. The
little
sub.
yellow submarine, which sits at the back there, and then behind me here, just by the arm, I've got me. probably any vinyl purist would probably be going, "Oh, you don't want to have that on your turntable. You don't want to have that there because it will cause a disparity in the weight across the platter. What you really want to do is remove all of that and have it as it was out of the factory. You don't want to add anything to it like dust or oxygen or anything like that because it will ruin the vinyl pleasure."
So yeah, I mean, I don't know where to go with this discussion. I mean, I think I've decided with the Beatles. With the Beatles, that was a reference, wasn't it?
That was good. I like the way you did that there.
I don't think I personally want to buy any more Beatles stuff. I think
No, I don't mind if somebody buys it for me, but I don't think I'm going to go out of my way. The fact I can't buy Anthology 4 to complete the rest of them singly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out of my way to spend £300, like you say, on something I've already got. But then again, I did order for £60 odd the remastered version of What Story Morning Glory, an album I've already got three copies on vinyl. So
Yeah.
I am a bit of an idiot when it comes to this sort of stuff. So, but I mean, if it makes you happy,
if it makes you happy, go for it.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what the remastering sounds like, and
I
if they've
think
used any AI on it, etc.
For me, I don't know. It doesn't tell us whether the anthologies 1, 2, and 3 have had any retweaking to the audio at all. But I think, I mean, I would have liked some of the tracks on Anthology 1 and 2, particularly. I would like to have heard some of those in mono rather than the stereo versions that they put out, but I don't listen to them often enough to be that bothered. I mean, for me, the ultimate Beatles CD is the Beatles in mono box set. For me, that was the ultimate for me. Once that came out, once that came out, I was able to hear the mono stuff. There was nothing really more exciting to discover after that.
No.
So,
I mean, I am actually generally more excited about the remastered documentary series and new episode. It'd be nice if that episode is a full hour episode and not sort of like a 20-minute episode. But I think it's more to do with the behind the scenes of when they got together in that 94, 95
I believe that's
period
the
when
case.
they were filming. Yeah, so that'd be quite interesting to see. You know, because and it's nice as well because that happened in my lifetime. So that'd be it'd be nice if it remastered and maybe some new titles for it. There's. I think if I remember rightly, it opens up with "There Are Places I Remember."
That's right.
Some of as it casts its way across the Liverpool skyline, and I've always found that quite poignant. That bit, you know.
It'll be interesting to see the stuff from 1994 when they were the three of them got together, because at the time when that came out, at the age we were, we thought they were three really old guys. And now when I look at that now, I'm going to think they weren't that old, really.
In fact, what McCartney is 83.
Yeah.
So 30 years ago, he was 53 because I've done the maths.
They're basically the same age as I am now.
Yeah. So I'm sat here thinking I am talking to a really old guy.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. So, but the Beatles, they're back again for the second time in 2 years. For the third time in 3 years, and if you keep going back, they're back every year, especially around the Christmas period. I'm not going to say anything, but Revolver that came out around Christmas. The Red and Blue album that came out around November time as well. They know their marketing. They know their time to release. When you got nothing to buy for an old duffer who's got enough mothballs and oldie pants. What do you buy them? A Beatles box set for Christmas. Well done, Apple Core.
With that thought, viewer, we'll leave you, but we will be back with another edition very soon. Bye for now.